Welcome to the Dr. Berg's Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting Podcast, where Dr. Berg takes you on the journey for the truth about getting healthy and losing healthy weight.
So when did the ketogenic diet actually start? Now, in the 1920s, they used the ketogenic diet for epilepsy, but epilepsy was also treated with ketones, I think unknowingly, back in 500 BC, because they found if you restricted the diet and you just didn't feed patients with epilepsy, their epilepsy would go away. And then there's doctors in the 20s which found that you could mimic fasting by restricting carbohydrates. Okay, so because of ketones, obviously. But in the late 1800s, before that, there was a man by the name of William Banting who was pretty wealthy and he was overweight. And he discovered that if you restrict carbohydrates, you can lose weight. And so he wrote this little booklet called A Letter of Corpulence. Corpulence means the state of being obese or fat. Okay, and this was back in 1863. And he wanted to get the word out, so he basically gave this book out for free until it became a bestseller, and then he started to charge for it just to cover his expenses. But in this book, he talked about getting rid of breads, sugar, potatoes, and eating meat, vegetables, fish, eating mutton, which is sheep over 2 years old. And he recommended eating kidneys as an organ meat, which is actually very, very healthy. But of course, it wasn't perfect keto because his diet also consisted of a little bit of biscuit, 1 ounce of toast, some small amount of fruit, and some alcohol. But overall, it was a major move in the direction of doing a low-carb diet, and this is why it worked. Now, in 1922, another Banting, Dr. Frederick Banting, no relationship to William Banting, used insulin for diabetes. He was actually the co-inventor of insulin and even received the Nobel Prize in medicine. And this finally allowed diabetics to eat what they wanted and control their insulin. Now, before insulin was used on diabetics, they actually used a low-carb diet. It was actually called the Allen diet from Dr. Frederick Allen, which limited carbohydrates and even putting certain patients on a very restricted calorie diet, like 400 calories per day, which is pretty extreme. And of course, introduction of insulin and then also medications for diabetes pretty much made the low-carb diet disappear for a while until Dr. Atkins came in and promoted a low-carb diet. And then, of course, now ketogenic low-carb diet is the most popular diet in existence right now, helping millions of people. Hey, before you go real quick, I have a course entitled How to Bulletproof Your Immune System. It's a free course. I want you to take it. And here's why. Here's you. Here is your environment. Everyone is focused on this over here, avoiding your environment. But what about here? What about strengthening your immune system? That's what's missing. This course will show you how to bulletproof yourself, and so you can tolerate and resist your environment much better by strengthening your own immune system. I put a link down in the description right down below. Check it out and get signed up today. Hey guys, I just want to let you know I have my new keto course just came out. It's a mini course. It covers all the basics and how to do it correctly. You can get through this in probably 20 minutes at the very most. So if you're interested, click the link below and get signed up now.